Well, let me start out by saying that the court does not make determinations in child custody cases willy-nilly, okay? The court has a bunch of factors that it has to take into account. And when it has to make that case, there's often an evidentiary hearing that goes on for days where there's all sorts of witnesses and evidence, all sorts of stuff brought before the court so that the court can go through what we call the best interest factors. There's about a dozen of these factors that have to do with, whether or not it's in the best interest of the child to go to mom or to go to dad. And that becomes very, very important. Those are called the best interest factors. They have to do with what kind of guidance you can give the child, whether or not there's abuse, whether or not the parties get along together, who does the child look to for emotional support. There's just a whole bunch of them, and the court is going to look at those factors. So how is child custody determined in Michigan? By the interest factors, but what do they really talk about? Well, number one, they're going to look at the parenting ability, the parent's ability to meet the child's needs, the parent's ability to be there for the child, the parent's ability to conduct themselves in an appropriate manner, to not be on drugs when your child is with you, to not be abusive, these kind of things. What are they going to really look for? They're going to look for things that promote child stability. They want to promote that stability. They want the child to have a seamless transition between a household that had a mom and a dad to now the separation of households. But it's got to be in a stable way. The child's well-being has to be taken care of. The child's needs, the child's educational needs, food needs, medical needs, all of the emotional needs, all these things have to be taken care of. So they're going to look to which parent and which gives the opportunity to promote the child's stability. I have to tell you that co-parenting skills are really important. The court's going to look to see, okay, we have two parents. Can they successfully co-parent together? If they can, then great. And the child might very well fashion a custody or parenting time order that takes into account a co-parenting situation. The court may also determine these people can't agree on what time of day it is. They can't agree on that. There's just no way. They can't be joined. So I'm going to have to decide that one parent gets and one parent doesn't. It might not be the preference of the court to do it that way, but sometimes the co-parenting skills are so poor that the court has to do this. And why? Because the court is probably concerned about safety issues. The court's going to be concerned about safety of the child, well-being of the child, and they can't do it in an environment that's non-cooperative. So when we look at how a court determines child custody in Michigan, the quick answer is by what's in the best interest of the child based on the factors. But the more as we do a deeper dive, what we're really looking at is parenting ability, what promotes and preserves the child's stability. Do we have co-parenting skills? Do we promote the safety concerns of the child? These are the main things that the court is looking at.
248